Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my channel and welcome back to my channel if you have been here before. So let's get right into this. So I have a loved one who is diagnosed with a serious mental illness. For the past 5.5 years, they have been on probation because of an incident that occurred while they were psychotic. As part of their probation, they are required to take a monthly antipsychotic medication. It's an injection. And that has been working. As far as the family is concerned, it's great because our loved one is staying out of trouble. But as far as that person is concerned, there are a lot of serious side effects involved with it. So I've been meaning to have a talk with him about when he's off probation, what is he going to do? Is he going to continue taking his medication? I don't know if you all are familiar with Roland Martin, but he used to work for, I believe it was MSNBC. He basically commentated on political things. Now Roland has his own podcast. And in recent months, he has focused on the mental health as it involves black men. And he's had several different psychiatrists on his show. One of them said that it's standard procedure for him to ask his patients on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel mentally? And if the person responds that they feel like a 3 or a 4, then a 3 or 4, then he will ask them, what can we do to get you up to a 4 or a 5? I think that's a good question to ask anyone, yourself, or just anyone. How do you feel, and what can you do, or what can I do to help you, make yourself feel better? So that's how I plan to open this conversation with my son. We had that conversation a couple of weeks ago, and I asked him on a scale of 1 to 10, how did he feel? And he said that he was a 10. And so, of course, I didn't believe that. He was obviously just saying what he thinks I want to hear. And so I said, if that's the case, if you're a 10, then great. Why don't you get a job instead of depending on benefits and other people to help you maintain your apartment? If you're a 10, you should be able to get a job and do these things on your own. I told him, I'm retired. I'm financially secure. I have a social life. And I'm not a 10. And one of the main reasons I would rate myself more like a 5 is because I am concerned about him. I am concerned about your well-being. If you decide you're not going to take medication anymore, I don't want you to get in trouble. I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to hurt anybody. I don't want you to end up in jail or prison because of something that went down while you were, psychotic. And so he ended up saying, okay, then I feel like a 7. I'm still not buying that either. But I just went on from there, and I said to him, when you're no longer on probation, because he's currently on probation. If I didn't mention that before, he's been on probation for the past 5.5 years, and it's going to end in a few short months. So I said, when you go off probation, what are you going to do? And he told me that he was going to continue taking the once a month injectable. Do I believe him? I just can say I hope that he's telling the truth. I have no other choice but to believe him. I also asked him, because you've said in the past that the antipsychotic medication has all these side effects, would you consider changing to Cobenfy? And then I was going to let him know I've done some research, and I have a list of doctors that you could talk to about it. Or he could talk to the doctor that he sees at the healthcare facility that he goes to once a month for the injection. And he responded by saying that he was going to continue taking the injectable. He didn't want to try a new medication like Cobenfy or anything else, because he said that what he's taking now is working, and he didn't know enough about a new medication. It could be dangerous, and that he was fine continuing to take the monthly injection. So at this point, I can have the courage, as the saying goes, to change what I can change and leave things alone. I'm saying this all wrong, but you know what I mean. Change what you can change and accept what you can't change. And I have no other choice but to do that. So I'm just going to have to wait and see what happens, because at this point I have done all that I can do, and it's up to him. So thank you all for listening to my video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.